this is Doxy Mom, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I'd greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Valentine and I, we are here to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less. Let's get started. Now, in my video before last, it was entitled Huge Treason Tribunal. Now, I read from the Marshall report that Gina Haspel had been in Frankfurt, Germany when the military went in to seize those voting servers, and Gina, she was injured in the raid, and sadly 5 brave of our brave military personnel, guys, they were killed in that raid, and please remember them in your prayers, their families. Well, guys, I do have an update from one of my wonderful subscribers. Diane, thank you so much for making this comment. She said this: yes, Gina was arrested by Sidney Powell. Sidney is a military lawyer. RealChiefPolice.com has the same intel. Also, Charlie Ward had a gentleman on his show, and he said his friend works at Gitmo, and he saw Gina Haspel with an arm sling. End comment. So, thank you, Diane, for giving me that confirmation. And wouldn't you just love to be a fly on the wall down there in Gitmo and hearing all the dirty details coming out? Anyway, just wanted to bring you that confirmation. Now, in my last video, I had mentioned that I had heard that Obama had been arrested on espionage charges, and another one of my wonderful subscribers, 5.11 Winter, was kind enough to send me a link, and it's to a YouTube channel entitled The Collective Super Channel, and he was sent a link to the Conservative Beaver. Now, this is a website out of Canada, and they are reporting that Obama was arrested in Hawaii on espionage charges. The article says he was arrested on November 28th on the charge that he conspired with a business partner of his who also was a former C_A officer to communicate classified information up to the top secret level to intelligence officials of the People's Republic of China. Why am I not surprised? Now, the judge in this case has imposed a media blackout, but the story was originally reported in Mexico. Bits and pieces were leaked to the dark web, and then they made it to the clear web. And like I said in my video, Boxer Dad works with a man who listens to a Canadian radio station, and they had also reported on this. Now, in the article, it says, U.S. Attorney Price said this: of particular concern are the criminal acts of those who served in our nation's intelligence community but then chose to betray their former colleagues and the nation at large by divulging classified national defense information to China. My office will continue to tenaciously pursue espionage cases, end quote. Now, guys, in this article, they did not, all the people that were quoted, nobody said anything about Obama specifically. But when I went to Google to type in the Conservative Beaver, the first item that Google listed was a fact check from none other than left-wing Reuters that said, fact check, fake article claims Barack Obama was arrested. Now, isn't that interesting? Because I didn't type in anything that had to do with Barack Obama. I just typed in the Conservative Beaver, and it listed 5 or 6 things before the Conservative Beaver even showed up. Now, this article ends by saying it's important to note, due to the media blackout, American journalists are forbidden from reporting on Obama's arrest. Google is delisting results. Be the first to tell the world the truth. So, guys, is this true? Well, that's the $64,000 question. Now, I was reading through the comments under this article, and the reactions are mixed. because we have been fed so many lies. Sometimes we just don't know what to believe, guys. I do know that Mark Taylor said that Obama will be ripped and stripped of his presidency. So I completely believe that will happen. Is it starting to happen now? Guys, I don't know. I'm just reporting what I have found, and I certainly hope so. I hope this is true, and I'll keep you posted, and I'll leave a link. And here's your daily reminder to pray for President Trump, his family, 17 in the team, our military, their families, and all the lawyers who are fighting to get all of this voter fraud exposed, and so the election results can come out for President Trump, that President Trump won. Now, I want to share some tweets with you. Charlie Kirk, he tweeted this: ballot counters in Georgia mysteriously pulled suitcases full of ballots out from underneath tables after sending everyone else home for the night. These were counted in secret, and it's all caught on camera. I would say this qualifies as evidence. And guys, there's a video here of them pulling these suitcases out. So if you just go to my Twitter, you can find it. Am a Black Patriot said this: I detest Barack Obama like I detest Satan. Then here's some really good news coming from Dr. Brian Tyson, MD. He says this: we are approaching 2,700 positive patients treated early with hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and either Doxy or Z-Pak. Still a 0 mortality rate and 4 brief hospitalizations. So that just goes back all along. I've been saying this combination will cure COVID. And then that great attorney, Lynn Wood, he said they almost got away with it, but now every lie is being revealed. It was all planned. So was the pandemic. China virus, China voting machines. Wonder what China has up its sleeve next. Think about it. And then the Bradford file, they tweeted this: there is literally nothing Joe Biden won't lie about, including his foot. Y'all know he's got a boot on his foot. Wonder what that's all about. And then Tricia Flanagan, Republican, New Jersey for U.S. Senate, said this: breaking, ballot forensics reveals that kinetic evidence can differentiate between real ballots versus mechanically generated. More to come. Hashtag stop the steal. The storm has arrived 17 says big day for the Patriots. Americans saw hard video evidence of traitors pulling ballots out of suitcases in the middle of the night. Nobody likes a cheater. The tide is turning. And then our wonderful president says people in Georgia got caught. They got caught cold bringing in massive numbers of ballots and putting them in voting machines. Great job. So, guys, I'm here to tell you, President Trump will win the 2020 election. Next, I want to read to you from the Marshall Report, and this is an interview with Lynn Wood, and it says in a recent interview, Lynn Wood spoke out against the atrocities of not only voter fraud and foreign interference, but of Satanism and child pedophilia in D.C. Here is what he said. So, the Supreme Court's being aligned. The Department of Defense was recently realigned by the president. Take a look at who he put in place of cyber terrorism and a terrorism expert. As I said, look at what he did in 2018 with the executive order to deal with foreign interference in our national elections. I think, listen, in the perfect world, I'd love to see John Durham's report come out and people go to jail. I'd like to see the truth about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And I'd like for a lot of people to go to jail. Yes, I'd like to see what's on Hunter Biden's laptop. I'd like to see those people go to jail. Yes, I'd like to see what's on Anthony Weiner's laptop. I'd like to see a lot of people go to jail. And then when we get to the final phase of the election fraud, I'd like to see a lot more people go to jail. The one thing I will say, it will be an intermingling. There will be people going to jail, I believe, who are involved in all of those or some of those same investigations, so there is potentially a great awakening. The truth has to come out. I believe it will. I do not think you can hide the truth. I do say it, and I believe it. Every lie will be revealed. This country is going to be shocked when it learns the truth about who's been occupying the Oval Office for some periods of years. They're going to be shocked at the level of PEDO. They're going to be shocked at what I believe will be a revelation in terms of people who actually engage in satanic worship. Linwood is calling for all Americans to stand up for their country and use the Constitution to fight for their rights as we the people. It is the people who elect people to government positions, and once elected, it is the people that they are to serve. For far too long, the politicians have forgotten who they represent. They do not represent foreign nationals nor foreign leaders. They are elected to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America and protect the people against enemies, foreign and domestic. It is time for the people to get rid of those elected officials who are not upholding the Constitution and those ripping it into shreds one line at a time. Remember, President Trump said, over the course of your life, you will find that things are not always fair. You will find that things happen to you that you do not deserve and that are not always warranted. But you have to put your head down and fight, fight, fight. Never, ever, ever give up. Don't give in. Don't back down. And never stop doing what you know is right. And I will link the article because it goes on and it does talk about some unpleasant things. And guys, I've talked about this. There are many in D.C. who are Satanists. Well, let me leave you with Matthew chapter 12, verses 30 through 32 that say, "Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters." And so I tell you, every kind of sin and slander can be forgiven, but blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven. Anyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but anyone who speaks against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, either in this age or in the age to come. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.